Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Eclihpse here, and today we're gonna be going over all 4 of the brand new cards. Now, the gameplay in the background is provided from my online dad, Galadon. He's not really my dad, and he hates when I call him that, but he's a great guy, and if you don't already subscribe to him, please feel free and do so. I will have a link to his channel down in the description below, and his comment will be pinned on this video, so please, if you haven't already subbed to him, click the link and do me a big favor, because this video right here would not be possible without him. So the first card we're going to be going over is the Bandit, and in this gameplay right here, you can see we're just upgrading this bad boy to max level. So the Bandit is a legendary card, and it costs 3 elixir. Now, I'm just going to read the description for you guys, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the voice.
The Bandit dashes her way and delivers an extra big hit. While dashing, she can't be touched. The mask keeps her identity safe and gives her bonus cool points.
And yeah, that's pretty much the description on the Bandit, and it says she does dash damage, and that won't make sense to you now, but we'll get into some gameplay of her later, and you'll see what dash damage is all about. Now right here, we're upgrading the bats to max level. So the bats are a common card, and they cost 2 elixir. So again, I'm gonna read you guys the description of the bats. 4 tiny flying creatures with big ears. Having big ears doesn't mean they'll listen when they stop attacking you. Now, I might have just messed up that description a bit, but you guys get the gist of things. Essentially, they're flying troops that cost 2 elixir. Now that the bats are max level, it is time to move on to the next card, and that card being the heal spell. So right here, let's scroll down and find that. I'm just clicking the cards again so you can see what they're about, but right here it is, the card, the heal spell. This card is extremely hyped. So the heal spell is a rare, and it costs 3 elixir. When you put this card down, it has a radius of 3 tiles, and as far as the description goes, I don't really have any more cool voices I can do, so I'm just gonna read it normal, but it reads, heal your troops to keep them in the fight. Friendly troops are healed over time while in the target area. Doesn't affect buildings. So with this card, you're not gonna be able to put it on your towers or like a cannon or inferno tower, but the heal spell is about to be maxed right here, 100,000 gold to get it to level 11, and there we have it, a maxed leveled heal spell. So now that we have 3 cards max level, it is time to move on to the final one, and that card being the legendary Night Witch. So right here, where is it at? I'm scrolling down, and boom, there it is. This card just looks so godly. As I already said though, it's a legendary card, and it costs 4 elixir. As far as the description goes, it says summon bats to keep her bidding even after her death, and if you get too close, she isn't afraid of pitching in with her mean looking battle staff. And oh my god, this card just looks so cool. Like, look at the eyes, look at the colors, everything about this card is just extremely badass. I can't get over it. This is gonna be the #1 card I want in this update. Just, oh my god, look at it. Like, everyone out there probably wants this card. Like, please, down in the comment section below, let me know which of the 4 cards you like the best. Do you like the Bandit, the Bats, the Heal Spell, or the Night Witch? Because as I said a million times, the Night Witch is just absolutely amazing. So now that we have this card maximum level, it's now time to transition on over to some gameplay. Ooh, I don't like stuttering, but like I said, this card is max, so we're switching on up to some gameplay. So the Bandit is on the bottom, and this is a level 1 legendary, so it's not like this is even maximum level, but just look at it. It's gonna teleport, dash up, and smash that Valkyrie. Now, once she does her dash, she doesn't tend to do too much damage, but the initial dash is where all of the damage is really supposed to take place. So we have another one down, teleports, boom, smacks the Valkyrie, but the Valkyrie was kind of already dead. And now here is the Bandit versus a group of troops, and it doesn't do too well against groups, and that's just because like it targets one thing at a time. And now here is the final clip of the Bandit, and it is going to be a Bandit versus the cannon, and I will show you guys some full gameplay later on in the video. But look, it teleports, swings, does 1 hit, and the cannon is instantly killed. Like, this thing just does so much damage, and it's super awesome to watch. Like, the animation animations are super cool. Now right here is the Bandit Draft Challenge, and this is actually super interesting. So I'm just gonna kind of take you guys through this at what happens at each win. So once you guys get to 2 wins, you get a reward of 100 gems. Now these are one-time rewards, meaning that once you get it once, you can't get them again, but once you get 2 wins, 100 gems, and once you get to 4 wins, you actually get a reward of 8,000 gold. So 2 wins, 100 gems, 4 wins, 8,000 gold, and 4 wins isn't even that hard to get. Like, I'm sure many of you can probably get that like your first try, so many of you should be in luck with this. And now if you guys get to 6 wins, you get a magical chest. So Supercell is pretty much just giving us free crap at this point. Let's get this chest going though, and the account that is actually showed in this gameplay is a level 1. So if you're wondering why we're just unlocking all of these cards for the first time, that right there would be a good reason, but you guys get the gist of things. 6 wins down and you get yourself a free chest. Now, the next reward isn't actually unlocked until 9 wins, but this is going to be another gold reward. So that means once you get yourself to 9 wins, you are going to get yourself some more gold. So right there, as you can see, wait for it, and boom, 25,000 gold for getting to 9 wins. That right there is pretty amazing. And obviously the next reward you get is at 12 wins. So at 12 wins, you get yourself a bandit as well as a 12-win chest for the challenge. So right now we're at 11 wins, 1 more win to go, and I can show you guys what this is all about. And boom, once you get 12 wins, just look right there, you can claim yourself a legendary bandit card. And once you click on that, it just takes you to this super awesome screen. It's just, oh my god, I cannot wait. Like, if I can win this card, I'm gonna feel pretty accomplished. Now you guys can only win 1 card from this, so let's say you get 12 wins and then you get 12 wins again, you're only gonna get 1 bandit card. Like, you can't grind this tournament to max the card out. So I just thought you guys would like to know that. I don't know if how many of you are gonna be grinding this tournament, but just for future reference, you can only earn 1 in this entire thing. Now right here, we're finishing up this chest, and the final card is some musketeers. And now that we have that taken care of, I'm just going to show you guys some more clips of the bandit, and then we will hop into a full battle. So as far as this gameplay goes, here is going to be a bandit versus bandit action. So the enemy has a bandit, and what happens is actually pretty interesting. The enemy's bandit goes through our friendly one and goes straight towards the knight, but our bandit actually still did damage to the enemy one. It sounds super confusing, but it made sense if you were watching it. And now right here, this is going to be like kind of an interesting clip of the bandit. I'll explain more as it happens, but you can see the enemy bandit here approaching, and what happens is our teammate actually puts a witch down, and instead of going to the tower, the bandit gets distracted and attacks a skeleton. So that right there is kind of like a way you can potentially counter the bandit. But with that taken care of, let's get into a full battle of Galadon versus Chief Pat. And again, special shout out to Galadon for making this entire video possible, because as I said earlier, it would not be possible without him. Now right there, we have some fire spirits pushing up. We have the bandit down. The bandit I thought was going to charge at that fire spirit, but it actually didn't. So again, an executioner and furnace up top. There goes the bandit. Is it going to target the furnace or the executioner? And it actually went towards that executioner. Now Galadon put an ice wizard down to try to take care of that executioner, but Chief Pat at this point just has like an absolutely banging push. He has an executioner, a furnace, a giant, and he has some card behind the giant. I'm not too sure what that is. Oh yeah, he definitely has a bandit behind that giant. So Chief Pat just went in on that tower. Galadon did manage to defend it, but he also took a great amount of damage in the process. Now right there, there's some Electro Wizard on Electro Wizard action, and since there was an Inferno Dragon, the Electro Wizard just kind of shut that out. Now right here, Galadon has an Electro Wizard plus a graveyard on that tower, and now there's an Executioner to take care of that graveyard. So great counter by Chief Pat. Like, Pat is a god at this game. I'm happy I don't have to battle him, because that would not end well at all. Now right here, we have an Executioner versus the bandit. Let's just see how this ends. So it didn't do too much damage initially, but it actually did a pretty successful counter. Now right here, the bandit is going to kind of lock onto that furnace. The bandit did die due to the fire spirits, but we have the Executioner on there. Oh wait, not the executioner. We had a lumberjack, but the lumberjack died, and then we have a miner on the tower. And I apologize if I mispronounce any troop names while recording this. Something that not many of people realize is when you record, there's just so much going on at once that you tend to make minor mistakes without noticing them. Most of the time I do catch myself, but sometimes things go a little bit crazy. But right here, Pat actually has a graveyard, so he has a pretty heavy deck. Now Galadon at this point, he's hanging in there. He has a decent amount of damage done to that tower, and now he's doing another push with an Ice Wizard, Bandit, and a graveyard. Now Chief Pat does have quite a bit of troops over there, so yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna counter that graveyard like nothing. Galadon sent a miner in there, but I don't think the miner is gonna get too much damage in, and that's just because Chief Pat has an abundance of troops. Now here goes another push. I'm not too sure how he plans on countering that. There goes an Electro Wizard on those two troops. There's 30 seconds left in this battle, and to be honest with you guys, I have no idea who's gonna win this. Okay, never mind. I have an idea of who's gonna win this. I wasn't expecting Pat to destroy that tower so soon. I had some faith that Galadon was gonna defend it and have a crazy counter push, but I guess that was not the case. So this battle is winding down. Galadon, actually, is he gonna destroy a tower? No, he got ripped off. There's a few seconds left, and unfortunately, Galadon lost and Chief Pat won. We are now hopping into another battle, but this time it is from Orange Juice, but we have some exclusive gameplay of the Bandit Draft Challenge, and again, I have to give a massive shout out to OJ for allowing me to use his gameplay. Again, look at this beautiful man. If you don't already subscribe to him, I do not know what you're doing with your lives, but to be honest, if you're watching me, then you probably already know who he is, but in the event that you're not subbed to him, I'll be sure to throw a link to his channel down in the description below. But right here is the Bandit Draft Challenge. As I already said, both players have their decks picked out, and it looks like the person who has the Bandit is OJ, and he's going to be going up against Clash with Ash, and Ash is amazing at this game as well, so this battle should be interesting. Now, like usual, I have not watched any of the gameplay in this video, so I do not know who is going to win this, but we have some minions on that mortar, and it looks like the mortar is going to get destroyed before it causes too much damage. And okay, what's going to happen? We have a mini P.E.K.K.A to take care of that knight and a Goblin Barrel going in, and it looks like OJ is saving up for a freeze spell, but I don't think that's actually going to be ready in time. And yeah, Ash had a lot of stuff over there. He's gonna throw some arrows down. Were those arrows good? I don't really know. Like, personally, I never tend to use arrows, so I don't know what's good and what's not for those. Now right here we have the Bandit versus a bowler. It gets a dash in, slashes it, and takes it out, and as you can see, when the Bandit is in its dashing stage, it does not take any damage whatsoever. So one Bandit right there managed to take out the bowler and the tombstone. Now here we have some archers on defense to take care of those minions and the skeletons, and now we have a mini counter push, or a mini counter push with an ice golem and a goblin barrel. I was expecting him to put his mortar down there, but apparently he didn't, and it looks like he was gonna put a freeze spell down, but he just didn't quite have enough elixir. Now we actually did end up freezing it, so there's one goblin just smacking away right there, doing an absolute boatload of damage. So Orange Juice caught him off guard with that, but now he has to deal with a counter push. So to start things off, he puts his mortar down, and now he's saving up for that bandit. Now that the bandit's down, that is gonna go in there, slice and hit that bowler. The bowler at this point is already dead. Now he just has a few troops he has to deal with. The ice golem is doing a great job at tanking, but it looks like he may be taking some damage from that baby dragon. So OJ put some archers down, and they are finishing off that baby dragon slowly. Now at the moment, this is actually like a pretty close battle. Both the towers are fairly weak, and there is a minute left, so I'm interested to see what happens. OJ at this point realizes he needs to start doing some work. He was gonna put a mortar down, but he decided not to, and Ash is actually running a bomb tower, so that's pretty interesting as well. That is something you don't normally see every day. Now right there was a pretty good fireball, and oh my god, this is just such a close battle, but as I was saying, there was a good fireball there, and that took out the bandit. So at this point, both the towers are very low in health, and there is 30 seconds left in this battle. Now OJ has another push that he has to defend against. It looks like he dropped some arrows there. I don't know what he was doing. I'm assuming those were on accident, but there's a godly ice golem getting some insane value, but unfortunately it looks like that baby dragon may be destroying that tower. There we have a bandit. The bandit was supposed to tank, but it didn't really do that whatsoever, and now we have a bandit versus the bowler. He's putting some arrows down to deal chip damage, and at this point there's 4 seconds left. left, and it looks like we'll be pushing overtime. So since this battle is going to be wrapping up right here, I would just like to thank you all for watching this video, and if you thought it was interesting, please feel free to give the video a like down below. But guys, this has been Eclihpse. Again, special shout out to Orange Juice and Galadon for making this video possible, and peace out.